Believe it or not, there are a lot of items in Fortnite that used to be in-game that got deleted. Whether it's because they were too overpowered, unfitting, or just straight up broken, Fortnite is an entirely different game than it used to be when you consider all the changes that have been made over time. Like the golden pickaxe, you guys remember that thing, right?
Here it is! The golden pickaxe in all of its glory in Fortnite Battle Royale. First in the world!
Of course you don't, you silly gooses. You've been tricked by Jimbothy, king of the believable fake Easter eggs. But surely you guys remember Fortnite in its alpha phase, right? Alright, maybe that was just Minecraft gameplay. But maybe it wasn't. Yeah, you ever think about that? Probably not. Number 5, the ceiling zapper. The ceiling zapper is basically this big Tesla coil pointing down from the ceiling. If someone walks underneath it, then the zapper will shoot out a deadly shot of electrical energy that does a total of 125 damage against an enemy. Just like the wall Dynamo, Epic Games thought that having this trap by itself was too restrictive and cluttered up the inventories of players, so they got rid of it entirely. But that's where the new damage trap comes in. The damage trap combined the best of both worlds and allowed players to place it on the floor, the walls, or the ceiling of any building. While it kind of sucks that we don't get to see the awesome designs of the old traps in the game anymore, we do have a new trap that has a much better utility and overall usefulness than any of the old traps. I mean, it's not exactly difficult to hear that there's an electric trap in a house when you hear a lot of electricity going off and you just hear shocking. Not too hard to put together, folks. Number 4, the Zapper Tron. The Zapper Tron has become a bit of a legend in the Fortnite Battle Royale community. This weapon was an energy sniper rifle that could only be found in supply drops and could basically one-shot anyone from any distance. The only downside to the weapon was that it had a pretty long charge time when it was building up to fire a shot, and it had no scope like the other snipers, so you couldn't actually zoom in. That didn't really matter too much though, because even though there was no aim down sights, you could still zoom in enough to use the weapon in a crazy accurate way. The gun was only added for a very short period of time before being patched back out again. Epic Games said that the gun didn't feel right in Battle Royale, so they decided to take it out. I mean, I guess I can understand their point of view. The Zapper Tron was a scarily powerful gun that made the pump-action shotgun look like a water pistol or something. Number 3, the original jump pad. While the original jump pad wasn't exactly useless, Epic Games knew that it could be better, so they removed the original one from the game. Originally, the jump pad had only 2 properties. It shot you up into the air and then allowed you to fall on the ground with absolutely 0 falling damage, and it could be used in rare situations for outplays or more frequently to jump off high spots that couldn't otherwise be jumped off of. Because the jump pad was so limited in terms of use, Epic Games decided to give it a little bit of an upgrade. They got rid of the original, updated how it looked, and then brought something new in its place. The launch pad works a lot like the jump pad did. It shoots players up into the air, allowing them to create outplay scenarios or to get down from high locations that they couldn't get down from before. Except the launch pad has one little quirk that makes it far superior to the original, and that's that if you use the launch pad, you will be able to activate your glider, which is something you couldn't do on the original jump pad. Most people use this new launch pad to outrun the storm or to outplay opponents by gliding over to them for a surprise attack. It was a shame to see the classic jump pad disappear, but I think we can all agree that it was replaced by something much better. Alright, but when are they going to fix falling damage? That's the real question. Number 2, wall Dynamo. When the wall Dynamo was still in Fortnite, people considered it to be a pretty overpowered trap. The trap itself looks like some kind of futuristic Tesla coil designed purely to shoot bolts of deadly lightning at anyone that comes close. The thing that really made this trap so strong was that it was seriously small. Like, you could stick it in the corner of a room and basically no one would notice it because it just looks so tiny. You would really only notice it if you were paying attention, and considering there are clips out there where people got like 4 kills from a Dynamo in a row, it's pretty obvious that most people just didn't pay attention to traps around them at all. The wall Dynamo wasn't deleted because it was overpowered though. It was deleted because Epic Games thought that traps weren't really doing their job in the meta. They were pretty rare, and because you could only place a wall Dynamo on the wall, their uses were pretty limited, so they got rid of the wall Dynamo in favor of the damage trap, which can be placed literally anywhere. Except for that one place. Can't be placed there. I don't think so. Number 1, the SMG. There's nothing worse than a useless weapon in a video game. That's pretty much exactly what the SMG used to be. When the SMG was first added to the game, it had pretty much no use combined to other weapons. At closer ranges, the gun was outdamaged by shotguns, still is. People can literally shoot you once in the head and you die, and at longer ranges, the increased accuracy of all of the assault rifles makes the SMG useless, which the SMG still today, even after the buff, has a hard time finding its place in the meta. I mean, why use a fast-firing weapon with a large spread of bullets when you'll get one shot by a shotgun or out-aimed by an assault rifle. The damage per hit of the weapon wasn't even that impressive, with body shots only hitting for like 11 damage and headshots only hitting for around 28. But the SMG was in a bit of a weird spot. If Epic had buffed it too much, the gun would become wildly overpowered, and if they didn't buff it enough, there would be no reason for us to use it because of the better guns. So caught between two impossible options, they just straight up deleted the gun. I mean, sure, that didn't exactly last long because, as you probably already know, the tactical SMG is back in the game again, only now it's like actually useful. But after being buffed and added back into the game, the tactical SMG deals 18 damage to the body, and both the magazine size and fire rate was slightly increased. It was just enough to make the gun a competitive choice at close to mid-range engagements, and when it was added back to the game, some people thought it might even be stronger than the shotguns.
But we all know that's not true, and they still need to buff SMGs. Shh, don't tell Epic. Actually, tell Epic.
Epic, fix it. But that's just about gonna do it for our list of the top 5 Fortnite items that got deleted. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel and drop a like if you've enjoyed. Also, be sure to subscribe to our other channel, Top 5 Central, for more top 5 videos. But other than that, I hope you guys have an awesome day. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.